the first step is understanding that when you are vulnerable, your auric field is your force field. In Star Trek, we put shields up. Our auric field is our immune system. It is our protective shield. And once you have that shield and it's fully intact, it's really hard for somebody to penetrate that. But sometimes as a child, that force field is devastated and shredded through every kind of abuse. The worst abuse is sexual, because sexual abuse is an initiation into black magic. I'll just call it what it is.
Mm-hmm.
A child doesn't know that, but that's what it is.
Okay.
And I have a plethora of clients for whom that happened to. They're also really psychic, and they chose the path of light, but it's a tough path to recover from because they have a vulnerability in their auric field. And depending on the level of sexual abuse, their auric field looks like Swiss cheese. It looks like somebody took 7-aught buckshot and just shot their auric field. It's covered with holes. And inside every one of those holes, there's a little thing that looks like a watch battery. It's about the size of a little tiny thin battery. And that's what causes fibromyalgia. And fibromyalgia, and you may have listeners that say, oh, I don't agree with her. But I've spoken to physicians, board certified physicians, that will agree that virtually 100% of the patients that they have with fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, were sexually abused.
Very interesting.
Because their auric field was so brutally violated. It was a pathway for this horrible energy. And every one of those little batteries can be triggered at any time. And that soul is like a puppet on a string. I hope this isn't too deep for listeners, but it's time somebody talked about this.
Yeah. I have some very good friends with fibromyalgia, so that's very interesting.
And so a person with fibromyalgia, there's really very little I can do, because the Akka cords, literally, it's like when the Lilliputians bound Gulliver in Gulliver's Travel. They're completely bound and controlled. If someone was sexually abused, they don't have fibromyalgia, I have a chance to help them by teaching them how to raise their frequency and how to protect themselves.